All right, hello, welcome. This is the second part of the video. So we kind of got most of the stuff established, basic facial proportions, the structure of the face, things like that. I went ahead and shaded in most of the hair and the jacket, things like that, because that's just not dealing too much with value. That's just sort of building in. What we're more concerned with basically is, the shadows that occur within the face. Once again, this image is in your assignment, so I definitely recommend pulling that up, enlarging it, so you're seeing much more than what you see on this small piece of paper. One thing I tend to do is sort of map out like where these value shapes are. I can kind of see a shape sort of in here, major value form, the cheekbone sort of coming out. And we see these dark areas, it basically means that one part is like going in while the lighter part sort of extending out, and it's how the light is affecting them. Some shadow on the forehead here, within the nose, below the mouth, and obviously on the underside of the chin there. So let's get started. Now, whenever we go to start mapping out our values, we're working with lightest values first. You can always add on, you can always build, but it's really, really hard to change once you have it very dark. You have to erase, and it's just starting the whole process over. You start from light and sort of build up through layers. It makes a much easier case, okay? So I want to start mapping out this first value around the cheeks. And I'm kind of holding my pencil like this. I'm not holding it like this. Like this, you're much more inclined to use a lot less pressure. My pencil is barely touching the paper. And so I'm just basically laying in a really, really light value sort of start. Here's my cheekbone. I'm coming around sort of into the temple area. I'm going to lay all my values out first and then make that decision whether or not I need to apply sort of a darker value. So I want to start with this part of the face right here. Very, very light. So that pretty much does it. It's this general sort of shape. And if you close one eye, it kind of forces you to look two-dimensionally, and these shadows tend to pop out a lot easier once you have that sort of one eye closed. We can see shadow along the edge of the nose. We can place a light shadow there. Definitely on the underside of the nose, we have a shadow. Even a real light shadow along the bridge here. Definitely in front of the eyes. On the underside of the nose. On the underside of the lip. I think the most obvious one, we have a shadow right here. The most obvious one as we get on the underside of the chin area here. We have a very obvious shadow. It's really dark, but once again, I'm just starting out real light. I'm going to build that up as I go. Backside of the neck. And throughout the throat area here. And we have some alongside the hair. Here and along the forehead. Okay, so now we have most of the general shadow. We know where the shadow is going to go. Our next step is to sort of determine, now the shadows that I have, are they darker than what I already have? Do I need to go back into them? Let's start with the most obvious area first, under this chin. So obviously it's a lot darker than what I have, but it's still a slow buildup as I move along here. And just kind of taking your time with it. Behind the neck is a lot darker than what it is. Get this. So pretty much we're starting to develop. So just on your own, kind of, I want to kind of put this on fast speed for the rest of this. So I'm pretty much just going through and kind of asking myself, should the value be darker? And if it is, adding a darker value to there, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. I got the general sort of shapes and the shadows. I've kind of developed them further, just on your own, you know. Keep playing with it. I could probably play this for a while longer, but I think where we're at right now in terms of our progress on portraits, if you get at least this far, I think you're good to go. All right? Okay, thanks.